Hello, everyone. Good morning. Getting my first sip of coffee in. Gonna wait a little bit to 10:30 our time. Hello, everyone. Thank you all so much for anyone that's going to be joining. Hi, how are you? Hi, Nadia. I'm going to try to look at the chats and respond as I'm going. This is one of my beginner lives I'm doing, so I'm not fully versed and it's very last minute. I just had this idea this morning and I said, let's just go live and answer questions and just have a casual conversation while the kids are in school. So this is all very last minute, very unplanned. I'm barely wearing any makeup. But I think it's like so cool that you could just jump on and just share your ideas and just be so relaxed. And keeping it very simple, just wanted to spend my morning with you. I don't have anything planned, no appointments. So just a very free, fun morning. And having coffee with you all. I've been getting a lot of questions on all of my social media platforms on like LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook. And instead of answering individual questions, I said, why not come on and just answer, like do a casual conversation and just have, regular conversations off of the questions I've been receiving. And maybe someone who has these questions or probably share an idea that might spark some interest. So first off, I'm Sue, Dr. Sue, PharmaSue. I started a concierge service in pharmacy after I left retail. I was a retail pharmacist for about 14 years at my local pharmacy, and I saw that there was a problem in pharmacy, and I didn't feel like I was practicing and I was loving the space that I was in. So I decided to create something different or create a change where I stepped away and created concierge services for our clients where they get to personalize their health and their medicine, which that alone I think is amazing because everything in our life is so personalized, from our clothing, from our choices in cars, anything we purchase. Why don't we ever focus on the important things like our health and our medications and things that we could actually affect us in that grand scale? So, having the ability to personalize our health and using technology such as pharmacogenomics, which I'm really big on, and explain and incorporating that into my practice, and using that amazing technology to personalize your health, I think is amazing because we're all individualized. We're all different. We process everything differently. And if we could have such amazing technology to use at our fingertips to be able to help our clients and help our health, that would definitely be amazing for the future of healthcare. So that's mainly what I do in my practice. And recently, I've started a couple of new projects, and I think it it just spiraled like snowballed, and one thing led to the next, and that's the really cool thing. And I'm doing this with now without the kids being here; they're in school, and they're my biggest inspiration because they have these ideas that they share their ideas from school, or they might say something that inspires you or triggers you to create something. And I recently worked on a children's book in pharmacogenomics. It's called the Pharma Heroes. And we all worked on this project together in writing a basic definition of what pharmacogenomics is and what that I just explained about what I just explained to you guys, and put in very simple terms in a children's book. And so far, it's been getting really, really great feedback. I've been hearing that it's a very complex topic, and it was very simplified. And that's what we were intending to do, to simplify it and explain it to everyone, how you could use this technology to kids. Kids were able to understand it, and they took it to school, they shared it with their friends, teachers, and everyone just had questions, or they thought it was really neat that they worked on this really cool project. And so I could explain to you guys now that I have some free time how the whole process started. So I mentioned before that it was around like Christmas time where they were all coming up with their ideas, and they wanted Christmas lists, and all the presents were, they were just making their lists. And I decided that I wanted to create a gift for them, or create something that we could work on that could grow or lead. I never thought it was going to be completed or be where it is right now. I thought it was going to probably take like months or maybe a year or so. So I said, let's make a children's book, or let's work on a project where all of us could be involved, because they love to draw. They love to like get printing paper, fold it, and make cards. There's like cards all over the house, like every occasion, birthdays, Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, they make cards. They love being creative and doing really, really cool stuff like that. So they said, let's, like, how about you make a card, mommy? Or like, yeah, let's work on this. So the idea of them, putting an idea that you're so passionate about and into a book, and saying it out loud makes it a reality now. You told someone, you have to do it now. So that was a really cool project. They came up with the ideas. I wrote down all the names that I thought could be the title. We've all voted. We said we like this name, the Pharma Heroes. And the fun part about it that really got them excited was that they're in the book. They enjoyed that part. They wanted to create their character. They wanted to like wear something that they thought that they were their favorite shirt, or have a look. And the funny thing is that most of them, they look alike. So it was hard to distinguish which one was which when the illustrator was working on creating their drawing. So I had to give them a picture to try to carry that throughout the book. So that was fun, having them guess which character they were in the book, or which part they were going to play. So that was definitely a fun part for that. So having them hear me when I do my consultations, and they are in the background, and they always hear the word pharmacogenomics, they always ask questions, or they're very inquisitive, and that sparks that desire to want to learn more. And kids are very receptive of what their surroundings are, so they're always questioning, like, what does that mean, or like what are you doing, or like, why are you working here, like, what's going on? Because they're always used to me being at work in the pharmacy, going off to work, putting my lab coat on. It's funny, I would wear my lab coat from home, drive all the way to work with my lab coat on, and that's how they always see me leaving to go to work. So now things are different. They see me at home, on the phone mostly, doing consults, or speaking, doing presentations, or giving lectures or whatnot about pharmacogenomics or PGX. So now their whole perception of what I do changed. And as I'm explaining to them what the story is, or like what I'm doing, they're very involved in this whole process. So that was really fun to bring them into what I do and be passionate about it. So as the story progresses, I came up with a format of the book. I wanted it to be a certain size. So we picked a size. We said, let's keep it very simple, keep it a square shape. That way it's very uniform, like a typical children's book. And let's colors and everything else was later put into play after the illustrator was selected. So we reached out to illustrators. Either anyone could do it themselves, they could make the drawings, but we're not that advanced yet. So we reached out to someone on Fiverr, and Fiverr is a network where you could contact different people throughout the world who are better understanding how to put, who could be illustrators. They could do a number of different gigs you could request. So I reached out to a couple of illustrators. I gave them the idea that I was looking for. I told them this was the story, and they gave me a sketch drawing of what the story was going to look like. And I think this illustrator that I worked with, he hit everything spot on. Every I didn't have to make a lot of revisions. It was just one or two changes that we had to do, and it was progressing very quickly. So this was probably around January, mid January, where things were speeding up. And we were like, guys, I think we might be publishing very soon. And around March, everything was completed. Everything, we actually went live as a pre order on February 20th. And on March 20th was our final, our last, our release date. And that was so exciting. Like they were just so super, super excited about telling all their friends, bring it to school for reading. I did a couple of reading as well, surprise guest readers, and they enjoy that as well. And so far, that's really taken off. So it's interesting, like how you start off in one direction in your life, and you never expect it to get to where it is today. So just changing that perspective and changing your outcome. Always be receptive of how you're going to take things from one state and transition to the next, and just be willing to adapt to changes that come along the way. So having that mentality for sure definitely helps in getting you from one stage to the next. So as I'm progressing now and I'm seeing that there's every day I feel like there's new changes and there's new events, there are new projects I'm working on. For example, I'm going to be, and if you see me looking down, I just wrote my notes down here to just to keep it very casual. I'm getting some, hi everyone. I I'm working with a project with all of us. It's a research project that's a part of NIH, which is the National Institute of Health. They contacted me to represent them in this research project. And what it is, this is such an amazing outreach program. And definitely, what it is a research program which focuses on a very diverse population, and it's working with collecting data from over 1 million participants throughout the United States. And it studies how individualities or genetics of different people throughout the United States are affected by your health, your living situation, and environment. And I'm working on this project, and I think it's so amazing to be able to have a study that focuses on the diversity of populations and nationalities is amazing, because a lot of us, for myself, for example, when I'm checking off those lists or when you're filling out forms, I never know which nationality to pick or which category I fall into. I'm West Indian. So that's it. Like, are we, do we put in the Asian category? Because technically we are, and from derived from the Asian continent, from India, but we're not really, because we have a mix, right? And we're not, there's no category for like South American, or like a lot of people I know have that issue where they don't really fall into a category. So it's great that there's technology now, or there's studies or research being um, put together for a diverse population. So that's definitely a really, really good program. I will be sharing the link as well. That way you could get more information. And there is going to be a live event in Dallas for anyone that's local in Dallas on April 29th. I will share that link as well. And if you are local, please do come and join. I would love to see you all there. And if you're not local, you still could come too. Let's see what else. I I was thinking that maybe, since Friday mornings are not too packed with scheduling wise, or I don't have too many appointments, I was thinking of probably keeping an open slot where I could do this consistently. So let me know if this works or if you rather catch me on the replay, or we could have a better day that works for everyone, maybe a Saturday morning, but then everyone's home with family or just that's weekend time shopping. And so I don't want to take up too much time of your schedule. So thank you all for the comments. I appreciate you all joining. It's great seeing everyone. Hope everyone's doing well, having your coffee. So funny. I didn't even prepare too much for this. I just combed my hair and just rolled on just to say hi. Last night we had popcorn. We were watching a movie. And of course, I always feel like after popcorn, you feel extra salty and bloated. But the kiddos, they enjoy their movie. So that's our movie night. What else? Let's see. Does anyone have any specific questions about genetics or any stories or anything they want to share? Leave it in the comments or send me through whatever means of tech messaging that you share with me. I would be more than happy to respond or answer. I know it feels a little strange not seeing the little ones in the background because they would always be there saying something really, really funny or just throwing their 2 cents in the conversation. Oh, one thing we did mention the last time was that we were working on a series of books as well. So there's a STEM series coming up as well. So now that we created this one book, there's going to be other topics as well. Maybe something in cardiology that might be something to look out for. So that's in the works. I will be sharing information as we get closer to time. Oh, wow, time flew by. It's in 17 minutes, but it was wonderful just coming on very quickly just to pop over, enjoy my coffee with you guys this morning. It was great seeing everyone. Wonderful to just hang out with you all. And thank you all for joining. Have a good one. Enjoy your weekend. Bye.